Okay, so I'm going to go through the factors again because they rolled a 7. So let me put that out there. Rolled a 7. They were hit with an unshielded flank, so that took them down to 6. They were disordered because they were routing, so that takes them down to 5. That would mean removal. However, let's see if anything else applies. No noble was attached. Was the army commander within 15 inches? Possibly. It's going to be close. Middle of that guy. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Not within 15 inches. Downhill, uphill doesn't apply. In melee with an enemy on its flank or rear. That's kind of the same, but I might have to clarify that one of them is impetus or missile fire related. But yeah, I think that would be duplicative if I put that in. Flank support, no flank support, no rear support. Missileers, technically they had these missileers that could have provided some support within 10 inches. They're within 15 inches of unengaged enemy cavalry. Yes, they were being chased down by that enemy cavalry right there. And then I can apply any modifiers I like. So I think the cavalry that was about to crash in their tail end was enough to seal the deal here. We're going to keep that as a 5. 5 is worse than halt, and therefore they're removed from play. And these guys, who would have had a pushback, they're going to move ahead 3 inches. So I'll take care of that. Okay, next we're going to do the straight up heavy horse versus heavy horse battle over here with the vanguard element surrounded by the green to indicate that versus this heavy horseman. They've already had 2 rounds of melee with no result. Let's see what happens here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 figures in contact. If we were doing heavy horse versus heavy horse with chainmail, heavy horse versus heavy horse, 1 die per man, 6 kills. So we would have 5 die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is for the Lancastrians. Lancastrians would have scored nothing. The Yorkists would have scored nothing. So it would have been a nothing burger for both sides. They were locked in melee, so they're standing horse, but the other factors would probably wash out. So no casualties on either side. Now let's take a look at WRG, what we get here. We have any tactical factors here. Let's go ahead and get the random factors. So this is the Lancastrians attacking the Yorkists. 5. These are regular troops. Doesn't matter. So 5 minus 2 is 3. So that's positive 3 for the Lancastrians. Tactical factors. Tactical factors. Cavalry. Heavy horse with metal barding in the flank or rear. Not applicable. They're not considered unshielded troops. No partial cover. Leadership. Not on this side, not on the Lancastrian side. So 3 plus cavalry and melee. So heavy horse versus heavy horse. Heavy horse versus heavy horse is 2 more. That takes us up to 5. So 5 figures in contact, and 5 is the factors. 5 figures in contact, 5 factor. It's going to be 17. Most likely we're going to do 1 casualty. Maybe not. We'll see. I rolled a 5, rolling low, and so therefore the Lancastrians would inflict a casualty. So tick that off to the side temporarily. And then going back the other way, let's see what the Yorkists have. Random factor for the Yorkists. Look at this. Negative 5 and a positive 3. But they have a leader with them, so they disregard negative results. So even though this would be a negative 2, they've got their leader attached, so that eliminates that negative result. And then, again, heavy versus heavy would give them 2. Any tactical factors that apply here? None. They do have a leader. We'll just say that he's in melee. We'll bump it up to 3. Let's see what happens. So 5 figures, factors of 3, 15. So may have misread the other one, but anyway, 15, most likely 0 casualties. Or I'm sorry, most likely 1 casualty, and yes, we get 1 casualty. So 1 versus 1. So again, very equivalent to chainmail. And then post-melee consideration, this horse versus horse. One side has twice the casualty of the other. There is no twice the casualties here. Even if we went to just the raw casualty numbers from the CRT, we would not have twice the casualties. And therefore, there was no break. This was the 3rd consecutive turn in melee. Neither side broke. So both must retire 5 inches in disorder and then may rally. However, before that happens, we also have, so this guy is not doing any damage. This guy is actually supporting him on the flank. He just can't move forward. This guy, this medium horse about to crash in on that side. We'll handle that separately. But I think you see the gist of it. I think I've got the CRT zeroed in now.